All righty then. What is up, guys? We are going to preempt our show just for a second because Phil Breeden, did y'all see the Jambo that he put up? 100 spots or 98 spots at $100 a spot. We're going to peek in. We are going to peek in just a minute to see what he goes. So let's add this to the stream. All right, we're going to see who wins this thing because I am up for grabs right now, possibly. And then we'll start this fine show of ours because this is important. I know y'all probably can't hear, but he's about to hit it, and then we'll start our show. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what we got here. All right, he's going at 8:03. Y'all stick around, and we'll get going with us. But for now, let's do our entry.
How's that sound?
All right, we are up. We're going to watch Phil do his drawing, and then we'll start our show. This is exciting. Here we go.
You got it pulled up, Rob? Okay, cool. You good, Rob?
Yes.
Nod your head if you're good. Cool.
Go.
So we'll go back to it. All right, guys. Now we're going to
Here we
go.
Here we go. Let's see.
We're about to spin here in just a second.
Y'all pull for Rob.
Best of luck to everyone.
Let's see how this goes. This is for a Jambo.
All right, here we go.
Jambo. Here we go.
Boom.
Donald Brockman, congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, guys. All right, let me remove Phil. Let's kick him out of there. I don't know how that was going to work, but I got to kick Phil. I got him in my ear. Get out of here. All right, guys. Welcome to the So Smoking Gooder Show. You know what time it is. It is 8 o'clock, and you know where to be. That is right here watching the very best fake internet barbecue show on the planet. That's right. You're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. I am your host, Robert Roach, and I'm coming to you from the Bullhorn headquarters in Cypress, Texas. Whoever was watching the LC raffle, can you say raffle? Waffle. Whoever's watching the waffle, get your butt over here to the show. Let's go, because we've got a good one for you tonight. We've got the boys from the Grab 'em in the Brisket Texas podcast. I'm very excited to have these guys on. These guys have been killing it both in the barbecue game. They are competitive barbecue cookers by trade. They also know a lot about the backyard scene because they are also big in the social game. And a lot of the social media game has to do with backyard barbecue, and they know all of it. So we'll talk to them about all of it, how they got their start, what drives them to do this, because they are very entertaining. If you're not following them, please do so. And we'll tell you how to do all of that. Well, I'll just tell you right now, at Grab Them in the Brisket is how you can follow these guys. And I am not Han Solo, boys and girls. I thought I was, but he just clicked on. Let's get him on real quick. Let me introduce you guys to my show partner, Mr. Case Han. What is up, Case?
What's up? Sorry, it's I had to fly in to make the show tonight. So
I understand. It's all good, brother. It's all good. You made it.
It's only 6 o'clock in California, so I was early if I was still in California.
This is true. Well, you just flew in, got him off the plane from Hobby, and yeah, you're like me last week. I was pretty flustered last week. I got off the plane from Kansas City and did the show, and and then I was ready for Case, and then I sent him a message, say, "Where you at, buddy? Where you at?" And he goes, "Well, check your phone, dumbass. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I am not gonna be able to do it." So I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah.
Let's redo everything in my mind, because unlike you, Case, I kind of think about this prior, and so I had to redo everything. But here you are. You're in. You're good. What is up?
What's up, man? Yeah, no, great trip. Quick trip out to California, and spent some time with the vendor, DCS Outdoor Grills. I know we talk a lot about grilling and smoking and that kind of stuff, but the guys out in Costa Mesa, DCS Grills, hosted us out there. Just a fantastic event, and if you're going to put a gas grill in the backyard, they are the premier brand that you should take a look at, mainly because I sell it. So you call me and I'll get you the best deal on one. But yeah, fantastic time out in California. Yeah, but the food, California, I had soy chorizo. I want you to know that.
Is that like Impossible chorizo?
I don't know. So they have a chef there for breakfast, and she's going down the list, and there was eggs and bacon. I'm like, all right. Then she got to a pastry, and she's like, it's got soy chorizo. And I did eat it. I also had kale this week. So I've crossed a couple of things off my list that I'll never have to do again. So soy chorizo.
You didn't put meat on top of this kale? You actually ate the kale?
It was in a dish we prepared. It actually had kale in it, and yeah. So
did you lose any weight?
California is a crazy, crazy place. So, but it's good to be home. I'm glad I could get back in time. We were a little worried about timing, but got landed, and when I got on the flight, and they said, "Well, it's currently 102 degrees in Houston," I was like, it's good to be heading home. So.
It was pretty steamy today, and then it rained, and then it got extra steamy. Well, let's give a shout out to our people that watch the show and comment. Let's see, Daddy Dutch, of course, was first in. Thank you very much. Robert Michelle is in as well. Jared McCrory, I bet Robert's watching from the Tomball VFW. Jared McCrory, intro is gay. Well, if anybody would know, Jason Druin would know. What is up, Jay Bird? How are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Corby Simpkins is in. Stephen Williams, thank you very much. Alex Villanueva checking in from Twitch. Yes, we do have people watching, at least one guy over on Twitch. Belle Clark's checking in. Hi, buddy. She's over there at the Tomball VFW. Tom and Belle, what is up? Greg Minoti, how are you? Mark Suarez, Bill Purvis, Fred Robles is in here. He's proud of himself. He is early. Yes, sir. Kevin Wise, Michael Sistruck. Oh, crap. Stephen Weber from Cleveland's watching. Wally is in, and Ben Espy. All right, thank you guys for tuning into the show. We are going to have a good one. Case, did you hear who we have on tonight?
Yes, I actually do keep up with your social media posts, and so it's good to have other people who think it's a good idea to talk about barbecue on a regular basis on the internet.
Yes, I'm excited to get them on. But before we do, we got a couple things to talk about. It's a sad day in the Bullhorn barbecue world, or barbecue. I don't know if you saw, you were out of town, but the Pitmaker Sniper went up for sale. It was going to go to raffle. I know, right? This moment of silence. I tell you what, when I had set that post to sell my beautiful Pitmaker Sniper, it has nothing to do with the product. I love him. Pitmaker is outstanding, guys, and it has nothing to do with that. It's just that I haven't used the Sniper in quite a bit. My barbecue game has kind of gone with Rectech, obviously, but also some drum smokers just for the maneuverability of that, and it helps me to be able to travel and cook out the back of my trailer. So I just didn't have a use for it. And I was thinking I was holding on to it, thinking we'd do some, barbecue events and whatnot that just hasn't come out to fruition. So, I want to turn that into maybe a porch trailer. So anyway, I made the hard decision to put it up, and trust me, it went pretty quick. It went within a day, and I was sad to see it. I remember setting that post, and I was like, all right, as soon as I hit enter, it is no longer mine. It's still in my garage right now, but Friday, it's going to be gone, and I'll take those sad videos with the sad music, maybe even post to TikTok. These guys
as it's driving down the street.
Yeah, as it's driving down the street, these guys can tell me how to do that and make some sad music and cry, because I think they won't be fake tears; they'll be real.
Well, whoever it is, they're getting a fantastic pit. The guys at Pitmaker built a great one. That one, man, we had some fun with that one. That one went to the Super Bowl, with us. I don't know how many racks of ribs we ran in that thing at one time.
32.
Yeah.
I remember.
32 racks of ribs at one time. Man, that's a fun pit to cook on. But yeah, from the competition standpoint, you just don't need that much pit space. And there was a time where you were doing a lot of catering stuff like that, and people's graduations, and man, it
was sad day. It'll be even more sad on Friday. But
I'll answer the phone if you call and need someone to talk to on Friday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But it's going to the Valley. The guy that called me and that won it felt real good about it. He does a lot of children's charity events, and so this pit is going to go to help a lot of other people that just sitting in my garage right now. So I'm glad. I'm very happy about that. So I hate to see it go, but I'm glad it's going to the Valley, and I'm glad it's going to get some good use out of it. So anyway, that's what's going on in the Bullhorn barbecue world. You're cooking this weekend, Case. You're going out to Hutto for the IBCA.
Yeah, I am quickly reminded that I am not prepared for anything this weekend. So, which will probably be best. Over 130 teams. If you're going to be in Hutto, let me know in the comments. I'm in spot 38. So come by and say hello. It's always fun to get out and cook. Looking forward to seeing a bunch of you guys. I was on the IBCA Showdown page, just scrolling through, seeing how many guys are actually going to come there. It's pretty awesome. Going to be a huge event there in Hutto. Big payout that I'm not anticipating taking any of. But it's I look forward to nothing else, seeing a lot of faces that hang out and watch the show. And for me, and so I'm excited. It's kind of one last hurrah, one last cook before I transition the trailer for tailgating and things like that, literally the very next weekend. So it's going to be a busy time. It's going to be a busy time tomorrow. So
you better go out there to win, Case. Don't say you're not going to get any of this money. You better go get all that money.
I would be lying if I told you I still have to go find another rack of ribs. So I have shopping to do, but I didn't want to miss this show. I didn't want to make any excuses. But yes, I am looking at packages from the barbecue store that landed while I was gone out this week. My trailer's actually in Columbus because I left it there after the Schulenburg cook-off. And so, yeah, for a guy who likes to have a lot of ducks in a row, I'm not there at all. And so if I do any good, maybe this will be my new strategy, just not to be prepared at all. So, but I look forward to seeing a bunch of y'all out there. Hit us up in the comment if you're going to be in Hutto. Party at the Holiday Inn. I got a suite at the Holiday Inn. I don't know if you just let you know. I have a suite. It's a living room too. So
hot tub.
Yes. So, but yeah, looking forward to it, and hope to see a bunch of y'all out there. So,
all right, last couple things. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I just cracked open a beer, and I cracked open the latest from our good sponsor over at Eureka Heights Brewery. It's called Something Light, and it is a light beer, 3 carbs, 100 calories, 4% alcohol by volume. This is what you call a pounder, Case, and it's freaking tasty. It's not.
Is it just, what's it called?
Something Light.
Something Light.
Something Light. That's all you need to know. Something Light.
I would lie if I told you that I'm probably hurting a little bit from just being in an airplane today, but we were at the Angels and Yankees game last night, and the beer was a-flowing. So,
well, this is really good. This is tasty. I can't wait to put it out there. I'll have it in my trailer this weekend. I think I don't know where I'm going yet. Thinking Victoria, maybe Hutto. I don't know, but
I have a spot for you in Hutto. You can have my spot. I even supply the brisket.
We supply the entry fee. Can you supply your membership? Because I am not a member, so I'd have to sign up if I were to cook it. But are you frozen right now, Case? Case looks frozen. Case, you're frozen. Let me drop you down. Remove Case. Anyway, he was going to talk about baseball and whatnot, but I don't know. Where's Case? There he is. Case is going to accuse me of cutting him off like he always does. That is not what happened, people. He's just frozen. He's got his Cricket internet, and it's not quite working. All right, so while Case is figuring it out, there he goes. He's coming back in. Let me get him back on real quick. But while Case is figuring that out, we are going to bring in the boys from Grab 'em in the Brisket. And while we do that, I have to do with their intro. So, oh, wait, here's Case. Here he is. There you are, Case.
Somebody didn't pay the internet bill when I was out of town.
Cricket, man. Cricket internet. I see how it is. But
are you taking up my offer? I've got a spot, a suite at the Holiday Inn. I got a chopping block brisket. I'm telling you, meet me in Hutto. Let's have a good time.
Maybe we'll talk about that. But if you do see me, come get some of this something light because it's amazing. And I also have some Texas original charcoal with me. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I just met up with Joey Machado from Texas Original Charcoal Company, and I am loaded down. I got some charcoal to give away for people that watch the show. You got to prove it. You got to prove you watch the show. I'm just kidding. But anyway, all right, let's bring them boys in. Oh, you were going to talk about Angels baseball real quick?
Do what? Oh, no, we can bring the guys on. I do want to say, since you're bringing up new products, Craig's Blended Honey hit the market this week. Pretty excited about it. I've actually had it at the house for about a week and a half now, and it's a good one. Lots of color. It's sweeter. It's a pork. It's a chicken rub. I think they posted something about the sweeter side of Texas pepper jelly. I don't know if Craig has a sweet side or not, but he's got a rub that's a little bit sweeter. So Blended Honey is now on the market. We knew it was coming. It's finally out. It's available. Get it. It's a good one. Add to your
Craig's a big old teddy bear. He's got a sweet side. He's a big teddy bear. And the boys from Grab 'em in the Brisket, they had an interview with him. I think a couple times.
Yeah, he said he actually called and said it was his favorite show to be on, and I was hurt.
Okay, listen to this. Tell me if you can hear this. Oh no, you can't. Now. Can you hear that?
Yes. These guys are way too professional.
Yeah. Listen to
now
that.
It's a party. Let's go.
Listen to that. They even have their own intro music. We got to work on our budget here.
Why the hell did I have to hurry and get off a flight and get to my car, haul ass back to my house? There's like 13 of us on the show tonight.
Right, there is. Right. There's a lot of us.
It's going to be good. Look, these guys got microphones even.
I'm telling you, I wasn't prepared for this.
It's okay, buddy. You're good. You're good.
No, Greg Rempe did this shit to us too, guys. Or did you take notes from Greg Rempe? He showed up with his microphone, his intro music, and
definitely 100%. It's like an intimidation tactic that we pull.
Yeah.
Listen to that deep voice from that microphone. My goodness, what is going on over there, guys?
You know what's wild is the next thing he'll talk about is who's coming to the stage. Never mind. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sugar.
What is up, guys? Thanks for coming on the show. Very happy to have you on. This is like a mash up, if you will, of two different shows. So, I think this will be fun for the viewers here. But go ahead around the room. We'll start with James and John and introduce yourself, guys.
Okay. Hey, James Moore here, one of the hosts of Grab 'em in the Brisket podcast. I like short walks on the beach.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
Yeah.
Wow. Short walks on the beach.
John actually likes long walks on the beach.
Yeah, well, I usually walk with James, so it's fine.
Someone's got to get their steps in.
Exactly.
All right, over there, Jan and Matt.
Yeah. So Jan, another co-host here. Yeah, honestly, I think barbecue, 20 years, right? Experience in the barbecue game. And it wasn't until probably the last 8 or 9 years I really got really competitive with it, even though we've been competing in here and there. But yeah, 20 years experience here and loving life, brother.
Yeah, did you
Cheers.
start when you were 5 years old? What's going on
Yeah.
over there, man?
Yeah. Yeah. 5.
He doesn't need any more ego.
No. It's already that big.
Hey,
Now,
and
y'all
I-
just in the same building, just in different rooms, or who decides who's going to share a room with who here? Rob and I can't share a room anymore after 5 years.
Right. No, so we're actually in the same room. We've got a big table. So the guys are on the other side and we're on this side.
They're staring at each other. That's
It's
awesome.
true.
We kind of are.
It's a little
Yeah.
awkward.
It's
All right,
weird.
Matt, go ahead, Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. I'm just the neighbor who moved next to James about 9 years ago, who he invited over to eat barbecue. And I just started eating barbecue every weekend. And he's like, well, you're around enough. You might as well join the team. So been with them ever since.
Absolutely. Look at that. We got Rick Loves Bacon. He's a TikTok
There it is,
man.
Rick.
He's checking
There
in
you
from Twitch. What's up, Rick? How are you doing, buddy? Greg Minotti, I see you. I know. We got you. Well, gentlemen, thanks you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate this. I love your guys' podcast. I listen to it. It's entertaining. I've seen it from episode 1. I'm not gonna lie and say I've listened to every single one of them, but from the very first ones till now, you can definitely see the growth in it. And talk about y'all start and what prompted this kind of thing to do. And we have some more questions about this podcast, guys.
Well, I think we were all honestly how all great ideas happen. We were sitting around drinking beer and we were talking barbecue as we always do. And we're like, and a lot of funny stories pop up here and there and everybody gets a kick out of it. And I think me or somebody were like, man, we should just do a podcast. Like, I mean, it's everybody's doing it. Why not? I mean, it can't be that difficult, right?
Literally anybody can do this.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Well, it's not, yeah, but it's not just about talking about it.
Right.
So in our neighborhood here, James has the neighborhood garage bar, right? So he converted his bar into, his garage into a bar, and it's a local hangout. I mean, like if you're in the neighborhood and you see the garage doors open, you automatically can walk right in, grab a beer, sit down, turn the TV on, and go, right? So
walk me through this like MTV Crib style. So I've seen some pretty impressive garage bars. Are we talking about just a place to hang out, or is this a place that I'm driving by and I'm like, that place probably checks IDs at the door?
It's going to no, we're not. Yes, we're definitely
I think
checking
it's a
IDs.
combination in between there. It's definitely not something that you're going to see on TikTok where the guy's rolling through and just showing like
No, it ain't,
40
yeah.
grand that he dumped into this garage. No, definitely not. But there is a bar. There are 2 TVs,
Two refrigerators.
2 refrigerators filled with beer.
I mean, I don't know. What else do you want?
That's all you need.
I drove a neighborhood the other day, and 4 houses in a row, I kid you not, had literally bars in the garage, and every one of them had a pool table. And all I could think of is, y'all are all neighbors. Does no one just go to each other's house to play pool? You all need your own pool table?
Right. Well, I think it's something that's become more popular, and we see in our neighborhood as well that, and I'm sure HOA just hates the crap out of it. And seeing the Weber Grill parked out front and right outside of our garage, and we're watching football, or we're prepping our meats and all that good stuff. And I'm sure they probably hate us to death. And I know we've got numerous of citations or whatever, but it seems like it's being more and more popular. People were like from the backyard to the front yard, and that man cave. If they don't have that space, they create that garage and make it a man cave.
What's it called, James?
It's called Vegas.
So it's called Vegas for a reason, because you show up over there, and I don't know if he's pumping oxygen in there or whatever, but a couple of beers, you're there. You think 5 minutes. No, it's 8 hours later. You're looking around, and you're like, I've been here 8 hours. And you started at 8 o'clock at night, right? Do the math, right? And that's what happens. So we started thinking, like, maybe we put some cameras up and just video what's happening in this, Twitch it or just show like what's going on in the garage at all times, right? And then I guess the conversation started like, why don't we just start recording it? Why don't we start a podcast? And that's kind of how this whole thing kind of developed. It developed over James's Vegas.
That's
Vegas
awesome. And
Is there a beer of choice? This is a barbecue and brew show, and Rob led off with some kind of light beer. So that's literally, I think, the name of it now. But
something light, bitch.
Is there an
Something light.
expectation when you walk in? Are you should you be bringing your own beer, or is there an expectation that beer is going to be provided, and what flavor is going to be there when I show up?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of like craft beer in the garage fridge. If you want a light beer, bring it yourself. But definitely, we do beer reviews on every podcast, and so some of those beers don't always get consumed, so they stack up in the fridge. So it's always full of just awesome, like Martin House Brewery. You got Saloon Door, a lot of craft beers.
We got Eureka as well.
Eureka Heights, yeah.
Nice. Y'all don't consume them because somebody tasted them and said, "Oh, this tastes like shit," and so we're not going to do it, right? Because it's just sitting there.
Yeah,
There have been a few of those.
Do y'all give them true reviews or like, "Oh, this is fucking"?
No.
Oh,
100%.
100% true review every time.
Yep.
It's doesn't matter. Like if we don't like it, and we even did a podcast at the Martin House Brewery, and that was one of the things we even butchered one of their beers, or not butchered, but we were honest with it, and it's like, hey, I'm sorry,
we told them like their beer I think is our dead last place for like worst beer we've ever had, but they're also on there at the very, very top too. So I mean, we let them know.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Do we have a current rundown of these beers that are dead last?
The Martin House pizza beer.
It's on the website too.
Yeah, we have a Hall of Shame. On
oh
the
yeah.
website.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah. Shit. I'm sorry.
Where's that website? Go ahead and tell us. Tell us where. Don't. If you're watching the show, don't click off and go to the website now. But when you're done,
definitely don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, grabtherbrisket.com. Go check it out later after the show. But yes, you can go there. You can see everything that we're reviewing for sure.
Yeah, the pizza beer was definitely the by far worst. It just
that sounds fucking terrible.
It tasted like a pizza. I'm not gonna lie. It tasted like a pizza. Well, it
tasted like the Italian seasoning packet that comes with the pizza, and you just poured that in some water.
Maybe like you had like a
fermented
michelada, but just a bunch of Italian seasonings.
Yeah, something like that.
Terrible.
I'm normally of the school where if I like two things, and I probably will like them together.
Yeah,
it doesn't always work out that way, and that one doesn't sound like it would go well together, pizza and beer. But we all drink pizza, we all drink beer and eat pizza. But a pizza beer,
we don't want it together.
Not
doing they also dropped a barbecue beer as well.
Yeah,
not too recently, but they do a lot of seasonal beers or a lot of stuff that they just put out limited batches. But it's called Murph's beer, Murph Juice.
Yep.
And I think they use a barbecue sauce that's up there local in Dallas area, and it's horrible. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not that bad.
I don't like it.
Well, you said Dallas barbecue, so we all
barbecue
automatically
sauce beer. I'm imagining liquid smoke. Yeah,
right.
I'm good.
Anything from Dallas automatically sucks, right, James?
Right.
By default,
easy,
it's still in
easy.
Texas.
Yeah.
South Oklahoma.
Easy. Somebody said easy.
Well, there's a reason why we live in this area, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we can say Dallas sucks all the time. But
Yeah.
no, I know James is a big Cowboys fan, and that's fine. Whatever. That's good.
Wow.
All of us are on this podcast, right?
Oh, all of us are. Oh, John is shaking his head.
Holy crap! I flew home to talk to this crowd.
Oh man. Hey, well, listen
I
here.
apologize.
To be honest, we actually grew up in that area, so it wasn't like we live here, and we grew up in the Dallas area and moved here. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough being a Dallas fan in Houston, though. It's
100%.
It's you definitely get the hate, right?
Yeah,
so
we got I guess early on. We're talking like maybe about like 9 years ago. We would always travel and go to like Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the game because a lot of times the Cowboys games wouldn't be broadcast. And we also wanted to watch like the Texans and all that. So we would go to Buffalo Wild Wings, get there, stay there for like the
All
noon
day,
games and the
all
3
those
o'clock
wings.
games. Yeah.
Right.
And we'd sit there and cheer for the Texans. I mean, honest to God, we love the Texans. And the Cowboys come on, we'd root for them as well. But it was just we had to stop going because it was literally like almost like fight. Like you get to about that 5 o'clock in the afternoon when people have consumed like just a case
5
of
hours
beer.
of beer, yeah.
Right, and probably just ate like one French fry and a wing, and then they're just fueled up, just ready to go. We're like, nah,
Yeah,
we just have to stay at home.
I was at the Anaheim or Los Angeles Angels game last night with my gaudy World Series ring on, Astros gear, and Yankee fans are the most annoying human beings on earth.
Right.
And
Says the guy at a non-Astros game wearing all his Astros gear. Ring.
And Aaron Judge hits a bomb. They're going nuts. You swear you're at a Yankees home game, even though we're in Los Angeles. and they started a chant, let's go Yankees. And I think I yelled something along the lines of we're your daddy. And they turned around and they had way too many beverages. But it was that when I realized that they saw my Astros gear and they just kind of just paused. I was like, yeah, we really do own you guys. So
Right now, we've
Yeah,
done
they're in bad shape right now. Hey, so I respect the fact you guys are from that area and you're Dallas Cowboy fans and rightfully so. But why are you not Ranger fans?
The line's drawn right there. Like,
Yeah.
I guess we moved here probably like junior high-ish.
12. Yeah, where we were going into 7th.
Yeah. So I just I latched onto the Rockets. I latched onto the Astros. I mean, those were my teams. But just
cool.
The Cowboys just stuck. And I think you had the Oilers were around and then they left. And it just, I mean,
Professional.
Yeah,
there it is.
There
Classic.
it is.
First time.
I've only had one beer, guys.
All right, so let's get to some barbecue. You guys have
Good.
been in the barbecue competition
Yep.
game. Talk about those times, and y'all are still in it. I mean, y'all were just at Austin this past year and did very well. So talk about the comp game and where you guys see yourself fitting into that. Gil, are y'all comp cooks or what's going on with this? And because I love the fact you guys. Looking outside in, seems like you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, which is perfect for what you guys do at this podcast.
I would actually agree with you. That's actually a perfect way of putting it, to be honest with you. I think we have been 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I think COVID had a little bit to do with it in the beginning, but now it's more of like comfort. It's hard to get some of that juice back a little bit when you've been out of the game a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, but I think we've all decided that here in the last probably 4 or 5 months is like we are definitely fixing to start competing. I'm not sure how many we're going to do in a year, but that is definitely in the works for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those deals like where we talk about it like continuously on the podcast, and you can't be. I'm not calling myself an expert, but you can't be an expert on the subject if you don't do it. You know what I mean? And so we still have to continue to get out there and compete and take the losses, take the wins. We did the Austin rodeo, and that was a really fun experience for us to experience. Thanks to the Austin Smokeworks team that invited us out there. Lucky enough to get a 5th place call in chicken. And when I say lucky, I mean that thing was loaded. I mean, there are so many good teams out there, whether you're talking about Bill Purvis with Chicken Fry or Philip Breeden with Lucky Charms. I mean, there were just so many good cooks out there, and we were super lucky to get a call. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
sure.
luck. I mean, y'all guys have some history in there, but Jan, you kind of mentioned where your heads were at. What were y'all thinking going into that contest? Because it was Austin Rodeo. I don't know how many teams, over 100 teams out there, and pretty intimidating, I guess, if you're not doing it regularly. So where we all heads at there, and you kind of mentioned you felt lucky to have a call out there, but y'all earned it. Good job.
No, 100%. Yeah, I think our heads going into it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we are cocky people just by nature, and we actually practiced, and we do practice comps all the time. And we do the tables. How much time do you have for this? How much time do you have for that? I mean, we're practicing those proteins like almost every single weekend, anyways. And we had changed a whole bunch up. A lot of recipes were newer recipes. We've only been done maybe 25, 30 times. And I think we had a really good understanding where we wanted to be going into it. We just didn't execute the way that we should have. The chicken, I think that was really good. I thought our ribs, and I know where we fell short on them, but the flavor was there. The tenderness just wasn't there. I mean, we probably pulled them at 205, 204, 206, somewhere around there. And we ran out of time, and it happened to us, and we had no choice but to pull it at that temperature. But ideally, we wanted that 210, 212, and I think that hurt us on the ribs and brisket. Oh my God, that was such a scramble.
We kind of messed that up a little bit.
We were scrambling. They wanted you to turn in the actual tag of the brisket on a piece of meat that you cut off. So you had to turn that in the box at the same time. So obviously we forgot to do that. So guys had already turned in, had to run this box back. People are passing people. And I think just I think we're on our timetable in the beginning where we thought we were and where we ended up were two different places. And it just is what it is.
I mean, I think we ended up getting like mid, like 21, 22,
in Brisket,
somewhere in there, which is phenomenal out of 100-something teams.
70,
I
I think,
absolutely.
68. Yeah.
Somebody said, let's talk chicken. You did say you had a 5th place chicken. Talk about that bird. Was it everything you wanted, or were y'all happy with it, or were y'all like, maybe a little over? I don't know. Sometimes whenever I feel good about something, it doesn't work out for me. And when I hate it, it works out. That's kind of like the Murphy's Law of barbecue. But talk about that with that day on that chicken real quick, and then we'll get into the podcast here in a minute.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we kind of went into the competition. Like, man, we really like this chicken. Like, it's really, really good. From the brines to the injections to the seasoning of rubs and the sauces that you put on it. We're like, wow, this is a pretty killer combination. I think we'll do well. And we did a cook-off prior to that and performed the same techniques and all that stuff like that. And we got nothing. It was like, just like, it was like, what's going on? Like, it is really good. I'm not really sure. And of course, I guess you cook in different areas and people have their palates and their tastes are just like a little bit different.
Right.
In Austin, they ate it up. They loved it. And it was awesome.
Did you throw some unicorn dust on it for the Austin people over there, or was it some little pixie dust and some
There's
a
lot of unicorn magic going around everywhere. It's when they say keep Austin weird, it is definitely 100% weird around there.
Yeah,
Hey, Matt,
I love it.
Matt, can you read that on the screen right there? What does that say?
Tomball VFW.
Yes. Okay. Anytime we say Tomball VFW, they have to drink. So they're ready for drinks. They haven't heard their name but once yet so far. So we'll keep saying that. And somebody said, "What you sipping on?" What you guys sipping on? Oscar 3G wants to know.
We got the Polliner Oktoberfest that just came out. So
what is it?
It comes it's in a liter can inside of this. Like, you can't get it without the mug.
Oh, nice.
But this is one of my favorite beers. I love this thing. It only comes out around October time, obviously, Oktoberfest, but it's pretty damn good. We got an HEB, but I think you can get these pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier in the podcast when you were doing the intros about the light beer that you were drinking about being a pounder, but I mean, this feels like it's about 10 pounders here.
It is a few pounders right here.
Right.
The glass weighs 14 pounds. So that's
right. You get your workout on as you drink it, so it kind of like negates the calories that you're consuming.
Yeah, so lifting. Yeah, it's like,
and you can legitimately
I
tell
guess
the
we
cup
shouldn't
you
all
only
be
have
doing
two.
this right here. No, we shouldn't be all be doing that on screen. Yeah, that is from Munich. Been there. Nice. That's my little.
We also learned that I guess Jan and John and these guys went up and did a thing up in Minnesota,
Fargo,
Minnesota, and they reference their beers as pounders.
Yeah, if you get it in a 16 ounce or a pint, because it's a pound, they call them pounders.
Yeah. So when you go to restaurants, you're like, "Hey, you want a pounder?" And you're like, "Yeah, thank you. I'll take a pounder." It's weird.
Yeah. Who's giving it to me? Yeah.
Right.
No, but pounders are, in my opinion, light drinkers, light beer. So you can
pound them.
You can go all, you can pound them. Manuel Moreno, yes, he's getting it. Tomball VFW, we see you, big boy. All right, so let's get into this podcast, man. It's very entertaining. We kind of touched on it in a minute, but let's fully get into it. What have you gotten out of it, man? I know it allows you guys to hang out, and which is cool, and I love the camaraderie and the way you guys it's evolved because y'all kind of know each other what it's gonna say, and so it's really free flowing when you're listening to it, and you kind of get to know these guys that are on the show. But talk about some of the beginnings, where you were, and then kind of where you're at right now, because the beginning was. It's just like anything else. We weren't like we were now. The professionalism that we are right now, it's different, right? When you start to where you are now. But talk about those early days.
Oh, for sure. When we first started, like I go back and listen to some of our early episodes and I just cringe. There was actually a point, 6 months ago, and we were like, let's just take down like the first 10 or 20 episodes. Don't make those available. And we did. We took them down, and then people were like, what happened? So we put them back up. But we've definitely come a long way. It's just
We were embarrassed.
Yeah,
for
we're
sure.
scared of people like tuning into episode 1
And then
begin-
stop
like,
watching.
yeah,
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 stop
I'm
listening.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we went through several not transitions. We went through several changes because of certain things that we were doing. Like apparently we did a beer review, but we called it a 90-second beer review. And we posted it all over social media, and we got like a letter of
for months.
Yeah.
Like almost like 8 months or 6 months.
We put out so much content, and we were getting traction, and people were just like, hey, I love this 90-second beer review. Super awesome. And then we get like a letter because somebody had already created an Instagram account and had already
they
trademarked
Yeah.
90-second beer review. So then we had to go back and change. We were very cordial because we had a lot of media already posted that said 90-second beer review. And it's like, we didn't want them to come back with us and go, hey, you got to remove all that content. And John would actually have to go through and just like,
well, it's John's job. So.
Edit all that stuff out.
Oh, that's John's job.
That is.
No, I don't know who else job it would be.
When do I get my paycheck?
John's job.
Yeah, but to touch on like the very beginning, I think the very beginning was, we had this idea of trying to really produce a show, but none of us actually working together, right? So we really didn't know we know how to work in the barbecue world together, but not in a production, value wells or way. So that to me was a little tricky because just our communication back and forth in the very beginning. I think that we've come a long way since then. I keep looking at John because I think he's going to say something funny, but he's not.
Yeah.
But I just remember just thinking about trying to get this message of the backyard cook out a little bit more, just because of the success I think we've had. And John, Matt are both neighbors of James and I, right? So we were all living in the same area and are the same neighborhood. And it's not just for John and Matt; it's been other neighbors that we've met through our life, living in different places and whatever else. And then we've always kind of taught this kind of backyard style of cooking, right? So and a lot of it comes from the competition side because we're infusing a lot of flavors where the typical backyard cook wouldn't put that much seasoning on something, or they would not. Some of the techniques that we showed our neighbors, and they would never would have thought of. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're putting that much salt. And you're like, well, hell, it's an 8-hour cook. I mean, you need more salt. It's going to go a lot longer this way versus coming back and saying, hey, this thing it's not salty enough. It's no flavor or anything else.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what we keyed upon in the very beginning, and it's kind of took off. We're still trying to push that narrative because there's been such a success with John and both with Matt, because now they are consumed with barbecue the same way that we are, right? And they're both badass cooks because they made it their life mission to start cooking every single night or cooking every single weekend and barbecuing, trying something different and learning. It's been cool.
That is awesome. Hey, we're gonna take a quick sponsor break. I'm gonna bring y'all down. Y'all refill your drinks. It's looking like y'all are ready to do that. And then we're gonna take a quick sponsor break, and then we will come right back with you because I want to talk about barbecue trends. I want to talk a lot of other stuff that we got going on right now. So I'm gonna bring y'all down, and we'll come back up. So y'all take a break real quick, and we'll bring you on here in just a minute. What do you think about that so far, Case?
I need bigger beer mugs in my house.
Somebody said, say it. Tomball VFW. I just said it. Yeah, they have some big ass beer mugs going on.
It's your little light beer can. Look, just saying, kind of small.
Hey, I'm fine with my little light, something light. I'm liking it. I am liking it. All right, so let's talk sponsor spots, and here we go. It's something you and I are gonna have to talk about, Case. Here we go. Rec Tech, big time supporters of the So Smoking Gooder Show. Thank you so much for supporting it. Amazing smokers. That's all about the hashtag Rec Tech lifestyle, and they will be a part of our situation at the American Royal. So I'm excited to see that. Cosmos Q Products. They have a full line of amazing brines, injections, rubs, and sauces. Hashtag It Just Wins. And I'm proud to be a part of hashtag Team Cosmo. Case, why don't you take the Uvalde cook-off, the Uvalde Brisket Ranch cook-off at the Crossroads?
Yeah, absolutely. December coming up quickly. We've been talking about this one for a while, but a few cooks are as good as the one in Uvalde, and this is the one you need to be at. So if you haven't signed up, be sure to get signed up. Let's go out to Uvalde and have a hell of a time in December.
That's right, December 9th and 10th, Uvalde, Texas. Go out and support that. Aaron Leslie, one of my good friends and big-time supporter of the So Smokin' Gooder Show. He also has an incredible lines of Brian's Injection. And have you had the pickles yet, people? Have you had the pickles? The Texas Oil Dust pickles are all the rage. They're awesome. Of course, his rubs and his sauces are doing just fine as well. And he told me, you know, he had the same hashtag since 2015. Hashtag walking last, hashtag trust the dust, and hashtag getting paid. How about Eureka Heights Brew Company getting me this something light, something new? I'm loving it. It's tasty. It is a great beer. I'm excited about being a part of Eureka Heights. They've been with us for 4 years now. I can't believe that, Case. I've been with Eureka Heights for 4 years. How about Texas Pepper Jelly, Case?
Yeah, absolutely. Full line of sauces, rubs, condiments. Man, it's a fantastic pepper, the jellies, the rib candies. We all know if you're cooking and you're winning, you're probably winning with Craig sauce. Pick it up, have it in your arsenal. Make sure it's part of your everyday turn-in or your everyday backyard. Plus the new blended honey. It's out. It's good. I've got it at the house literally right now. If you haven't tried it, come see me in Hutto.
What are you going to put that on?
Chicken and pork, baby.
Chicken and pork. All right, Summer Moreno, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. This young lady can insure all of your barbecue products, all of your barbecue rigs, all of your smokers, and she can insure your life. I mean, we're not in the best shape as being barbecuers, so make sure you contact Summer and contact us. We'll get you in contact with Summer, and she will get you hooked up with all of your insurance for your barbecue needs. Texas Original Charcoal Products. I just saw Joey Machado just a few minutes ago. Let me make sure this thing is looping. I just saw Joey Machado just a few minutes ago. He dropped off some of his fine product. So we're going to be, if you see me, if you see the Bullhorn trailer, come find me. I probably will have some Texas Original Charcoal products that is now available. It's out. The premium line, you can find it in all your Texas barbecue specialty shops and all of your meat markets around town. Texas Original Charcoal. How about the barbecue store in Hempstead? They also carry the Texas Original Charcoal line along with everything you can need under the sun in barbecue. It's the barbecue store in Hempstead. Also, we brand it promotions. They can do all of your shirts, all of your gear, all of your swag. That is the barbecue store in Hempstead. That's where you go to win. Talk about bull printing, Case.
Yeah, I was quickly reminded on Facebook, my tailgate trailer has now been wrapped for 5 years, stored outside, Texas heat. Still looks fantastic. It'll be cleaned up as it's going to Hutto. So when you see me pull in and in Hutto, or you see that big, huge Texan logo at a Texans game, just note that wrap is now 5 years old, guys. So if you're going to get something done, get it done right and go see the guys at Bull Printing.
My wrap is 10 years old, and it still looks amazing. I'm very happy to be. Bull Printing has been with us since day one, year one. So I love that. LC Barbecue Products, we all know about LC Barbecue Products. Lucky Charms is how they started with the foul play. They are now they've got a full line of rubs and injections and brines. Phil Breeden, Mr. Play the Clip, is in the house tonight. He just got rid of that Jambo. We were there for that as well. So y'all make sure you hit up some LC Barbecue Products. It's really helped my barbecue game for the last 3 or 4 years for certain. The Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, I will be there. It is coming up next weekend, folks. Next weekend, it's going to be at the Texas Renaissance Fair Fairgrounds. Plenty of time to get in with that. Contact Jen Sewell, and she will get you involved. There are over 100 teams. It's a $25,000 payout. Paying out 10th place gets you $500, I believe. I believe that's right. So, and finally, our final sponsor, Clark Compression and Components. It's a family-owned company since 2001. It's where you go for parts and service for all your gas compression needs. And they offer field service, maintenance, overhauls, in-house repairs, and parts for use in natural gas engines and natural gas compressors. That is Clark Compression and Components. Love it. Thank you guys for supporting the So Smokin' Gooder Show. We do appreciate it. Obviously, we cannot do this show without you. Thank you so much. And that's perfect timing because I think this song is ending. And let's drop this down, Case, and we'll get back to the show. Here we go. All right. That was cool. That was nice. What do you think of that, Case? Are you
I
listening,
like the
Case?
ones that I talked about.
You talked to. I already said it. Yes, Oscar. Great cook-off for a great cause. Speaking of great cook-off, IBCA Showdown coming up next weekend. No, this weekend. Excuse me.
Come see us. Rob's
Come see.
going. He just found out.
I don't know that I am going, but it's going to be a great event.
Come
I know they
see
have
me.
140 teams plus right now. I talked to Butter yesterday. 47,000 possibly to rise for payouts, paying out through top 20. I think if you hit 20th place, you at least get your entry fee back. They're still growing too. There's still time to get in. They got room for plenty more. So if you want to get involved on that, you do have to be a member of IBCA. You can do that, and you can actually go there not being a member, sign up, become a member, and pay your entry fee, and go out there and cook. So that's coming up this weekend. Case will be there.
Yeah. So if Rob doesn't show up, it does make it a lot easier for all y'all to come by and, say I'm your favorite person on the show. With Rob there, I know it gets kind of awkward. So.
Absolutely. And while we have a moment, let's go over, because there's not a whole bunch going on, honestly, for the upcoming event segment. And because I feel like this show is going to continue on with these guys from the Graham and the Brisket. I'm enjoying it very much right now. But the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap-up recap, there was only one in the CBA, Kids Kicking Cancer. The grand champion was Victor Garcia from Uncle Vic's Barbecue. And the reserve grand champion was my man, Mr. Phil Breeden. Mr. Play the clip.
Hey everybody, Phil Breeden, owner and founder of LC Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Phil Breeden. Congratulations to Victor Garcia of Uncle Vic's Barbecue in the IBCA. There was nothing last weekend. And the Outlaw, VFW Post 6974, Stars and Stripes, that was grand champion, was Jill Carter. The RGC was Jason Wall. Let's remove that. And let's go with the next slide, and then we'll get back to the boys. But the upcoming event segment, sponsored by Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. We just talked about that. Uvalde, Texas, December 9th and 10th, 2022. Make sure you make plans to attend. We need to support the city of Uvalde and this event for sure. The upcoming events for the Champions Barbecue Alliance this weekend, we have the Labor Day Sombrero Festival in Victoria, Texas, where I leaning towards, so that's probably where I will be. Permian Basin Barbecue Blowout, day 1 and day 2. It is a doubleheader. Both are state championships. That's going to be in Odessa, Texas. So make sure you make plans to go out to Odessa. And the IBCA, we just talked about it, the IBCA Showdown in Hutto. And then they have the 10th annual barbecue on the banks of the Guadalupe in New Braunfels, Texas. That's going on in the IBCA. And in Lone Star is the Fayette County. Case, what do you love about Fayette County?
Not much.
It's the Fayette County Fair in LaGrange, Texas. And then they have the Kimball County Barbecue Cook-Off in Junction and the Kendall County Fair in Bernie, Texas. And nothing going on in the Outlaw Barbecue Association. Okay. All right, that wraps up the upcoming event segment and the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap-up recap. So lots going on in the barbecue world. Who's the favorite? What is she talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
On the show, we all know it's me.
Such a good show, sir. Love it. Thank you, Ty Cobb. Not the baseball player Ty Cobb, but the badass DJ Ty Cobb from the Tom
Did
Ball.
you just open up one of those little cans again?
I did. Something light from Eureka Heights. Get you some. It's good. And Bell, I saw your comment.
I'm scared when we go back to the guys, they'll be drinking out of 5-gallon buckets.
Hopefully they're a little toasty. But yeah, Bell, I saw your comment just a minute ago. I just got this today. I just got it. Let's talk about Eureka Heights, man. They delivered to my office today to put this in my hands. Does Paradigm deliver to you, Case?
No. I don't ask them to deliver anything to me.
I
I was in
didn't ask them.
California.
I didn't ask them. They just did it. And they also got me a shirt. I should have wore it tonight, but I knew I was competing against some was it Paulson from Munich, whatever it is. I love it. All right. That's the last thing. That's the last order of business except for this. All right. Fall is upon us, Case. That's a PSA. That is a safety message.
As much as to be clear, as much as I poked fun about California, it was a high of like 79, no humidity while I was out there. So,
Bell is saying Paradigm delivered to Tomball VFW today. So that has to do with us, Case, being on the show. And them, they saw and they said, let's get some of that. Let's get some Tomball local support. Let's support local. And they reached out to Paradigm. Paradigm is now at the bar, and it's tasty. It's good stuff. Yeah. I had it whenever I go to Tomball.
Good trip to the brewery. And I will have them drop off some beer at Rob's office, so he'll brag about them too.
Whenever I go to Tomball VFW, I drink Paradigm. Bill Purvis never gets old. It does not. It never gets old. Greg Minotti, haha, love it. All right, let's bring him back. Boys, y'all are back. Thanks for sticking around through the break. Well, break for you guys.
It was good, man. I love that. Yeah,
very professional.
So who was falling there? We're watching. Who's the one that slipped on ice? What's the backstory on that?
Does that make it more clear?
Nice.
That makes it clear.
How many views did that get?
I did at a
it was during the freeze and everyone
posted it.
So I posted it personally because it was during the freeze and I thought everyone would just need something to laugh at. And then I didn't know assholes like Rob would put music to it. Actually, a lot of people had family put music to it.
Artists.
And then I realized how many people were like reaching out to me to make sure I didn't have a concussion. And when it's freezing outside, you don't bleed all that much. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Right.
So
checking out those MCLs and those ACLs
That's
out.
What it looked like, right? Yeah. It looked like his knee twisted the wrong way.
Yeah. The main issue was, if you watch it closely, the bottom of that column, there's a 1x6 kind of hardy plank, in the side of my head hits that on the corner of it.
Let's watch it closely.
Really?
It sure did hit the side of your head.
Really hard. You may need a slow-mo of that.
I know, slow-mo. Or maybe a really fast one with Benny Hill music.
You did like a John.
Out of respect to Case, I never did post that to TikTok. I did draft it, and that's where that came from.
There is a longer version of it where my wife comes out and checks on me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes." And that is truly the biggest lie of my marriage.
Can you read that, Case? Case, can you read that from Bill Purvis?
Thanks.
That's what we call, and it's very dangerous, folks out there. That's what we call black ice. You got to be wary of that because it looks like it's great to walk on or drive on, and next thing you know, you're spinning out of control.
Yeah, so there was kind of the white ice on the sidewalk, but the ice that was underneath the awning was crystal clear, and that's what just
that is 100% why I made that video and put it to music.
Education purposes, and he's proceeded to show it on the last 72 shows.
That's what happened.
So speaking of, so I have a question for you guys.
Yes, sir.
So you describe yourself as a Texas. It's on the logo, kind of a Texas barbecue podcast. The longer this goes, looking at some of the guests, we went through the same thing. We kind of started with guys that were here in the Houston area. And then we reached out to guys maybe from San Antonio. And 5 years later, it's almost wild. Some of the people that I'm just kind of blown away that some of the people in barbecue that are willing to talk to us. When you started that way, was the goal, it's Texas, but are you finding yourself reaching farther and farther outside of Texas to bring in some different voices in barbecue? or was that always the intention? Because I don't know. There's still times that I look at Rob and go, I can't believe this guy even came on the show to talk to us.
Right. Well, it's one of those deals. Like we never really we just wanted to focus on, we're just gonna to get Texas people, and that's all we're gonna talk to. We're from Texas. We're in Texas, and we're gonna reach out to everybody all across the globe to see who wants to talk about barbecue. And I mean, obviously, so some of the guests that we've had on, whether you're talking about from Wee Man, from Jackass, or maybe Jess Pryles, coming from all the way from Australia, and of course she's a Texas resident now. But we've
never had that kind of eye candy on this show.
It was never something in our intent where we wanted to focus on whatever. We just man, we just wanted to talk with people that just loved talking barbecue, because we always felt like we had that camaraderie and just being able to hang out and talk with people. And it all started kind of like in the barbecue community. When you do cook-offs, you learn that really fast that everybody's really nice and everybody will help you out. And everybody wants you to succeed, and they're friendly and all that stuff like that. Maybe there's probably some that don't want you to succeed.
I'm a little different.
Right.
I'm with you, Jan.
James is all rainbows and butterflies, and I'm like,
hell, we're on the same team, and Jan has sabotaged me before. So
yeah, that's right.
You guys, I heard of you guys. I think I knew of it, but I have enough fun talking barbecue with Rob. I don't know that I necessarily want to jump in and listen to anybody else talk about barbecue during the week, because I kind of have other stuff going on. But Craig Sherry was on y'all's show. He called me the next day and he goes, "Hey, have you heard of these guys?" I was like, "Yeah, I've seen different people talk about it. I've seen it on Facebook and places." And he goes, "It was one of the best conversations, just open and talked." He goes, and it went for like 3 hours. And so that's when it really kind of set home that you guys had something. That's, for me, is when I first heard it. So there's a huge compliment from Craig, and Craig and I are obviously good friends. And, after he was on, he goes, "Man, that was one of the best conversations, just 3 hours of just talking." He goes, "Man, I totally enjoyed it." And so shout out to you guys and what you're doing.
That's very high praise, and that's wow.
That's kind of what we want about this.
Yeah,
and it's
vibe.
very, very similar to what this is right here, right? So it's just, for us, it's just I guess trying to have a conversation in the garage, right? And it's nothing, it's nothing to be not against, having this big setup, and we have microphones and whatever else. But at the end of the day, if we didn't have the microphone, we would still be saying the same things to each other. And I think a lot of our guests have come on in the past and has said, "Hey, halfway through, like, okay,
have we started yet?
Have we started yet?"
Yeah.
and then once they realize that yes, it's already started, I think at that point they're like, "Oh my God," I feel like there's kind of a connection there. It's the same thing y'all do, right? It's just y'all have a good show,
Thank you. Y'all do as well. And I was honored to be a guest on y'all's show. So it's fun. And I get what you're saying about, hey, has it started yet? Because it was like, I actually thought that in my mind. I was like, and then you kept going on. I was like, oh shit, I guess we have started. And it was just talking, because y'all, the way y'all do your show is like, you don't have this whole intro with the guest, right? Y'all are doing that stuff. And then when the guest talks, y'all just kind of piece it in. So it was fun to do and talk to you guys, and it was very free flowing, and shit, our thing went an hour, and I could have gone a long time. It was just very easy going, and I know how y'all do, and I try to do the same thing with our guests. Just keep it light, keep it flowing, and keep it real.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it shows.
Do you ever get to the point where a topic is necessarily off limits? And so one of the things over the past 5 years of our doing the show is I have very rarely had time where I held something back, or if I had a personal grief with somebody, I pretty much will just let it fly. Do y'all do you try to walk that fine line, or is there is it you say let's not go there, let's not start that? I don't have that line. I think Rob does. Rob prefers to keep people liking him. I don't care. And that's kind of our interaction. How's the personalities in this group work? Do one of y'all fall in that mold?
Who's the asshole?
Say anything?
Yeah, it's probably me. I'm probably the asshole
100%
of the group. Yeah.
That guy's the
Super
asshole.
big
of
ass.
our
Chance,
group.
Chance
Right.
the talker. He's the
Enormous giant asshole.
And I own the asshole tag. Let me be quite
This
honest.
guy
Yeah,
right here. Asshole.
there's many times that the show ends and I'm just dying laughing, and he's just staring at me, going, "What did you say that for?" And I was like, "Because it's funny."
Yeah, I actually had all three of them look at me last week or whatever, going like, I cannot believe this. I keep getting these looks every.
That's going to get cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. I'm
yeah.
like, they're going to cut that out or whatever it is. Hopefully they don't get cut out. But yeah, I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that's the difference, right? People want to sugarcoat it or not, but like it's like if you ask me what I think, I tell you, you can't get mad at me, right?
Right. No,
I mean, they can get
edit it
at
out
you,
later.
but you know,
Right. That's what happens. John
Right.
just edits.
Yeah.
I sound good.
Cut them out later.
I sound
Well,
nice to everybody.
It's like everybody here holds down to 40, so can't really go really too edgy because you're worried about like you're going to get canceled. And this whole day and age, like cancel culture is like just itching just to ruin somebody's life. So it's like if you go a little too hard in the paint, talking about I think last week we were talking about that She-Hulk thing on Disney where we're like, it's just garbage. Like nobody. I watched first episode and it's just garbage. I'm like, the She-Hulk, the cousin of Bruce Banner, just the blood touches his blood because he had it cut, and automatically she's She-Hulk. I'm like, it's just dumb.
Not gonna watch
Dude,
this.
that is Hulk gender discrimination.
So it is
100%.
100. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Please don't come after me, Hulk.
Hey, you know what? The
People.
whole time, James, he was so worried about getting canceled, and he just got himself canceled.
Yeah,
Just right
See you
there.
later, brother.
This is
It's
why we've
okay.
been so hesitant to
Cheers.
go live, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, because
It's
we're
all
afraid
because
of what's going to
James.
get out there.
That's all what James said.
So are you guys not live? It's something that you can go. That's part of the, I think some of the issues with us is I say stuff, then Rob's like, well, we can't take that back.
Yeah.
So we're not live yet.
That's
very
that's the next
soon.
We're
step.
talking about it.
But we're very soon to be going live. To be honest, and listen, I think it's one of those things that if you want to be really good at something, you find somebody that's really good at it, and you mirror them. So I'm not going to lie, guys. We're definitely going to be looking at the way y'all do things, and yeah,
Well, I hope I can inspire you to carry on the legacy of that guy on the show.
Got you, brother. I got you.
Being the asshole. No, live is different. It's fun though. I do envy a little bit because y'all are just free flowing and it's not like, and it's more like I feel like sometimes we do what we do. We're trying. We pretty much keep it like who we are. I think for the most part, what you guys see from me is who I am, and same for Case. But it is different when you are live. But y'all will be fine. Y'all will be fine. Keep it going. Hey, I did want to talk about some barbecue trends and some of the stupid shit that you see on social media and binders. Y'all are big time into binders, and for me as a competition cook, I don't use a binder as far as mustard or whatever it may be, but y'all have actually deep dive into this whole binder thing. So tell me your experience of it, what you like, what you don't like, what is just total bullshit, and let's go in this.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking notes at home, so no pressure.
Right, John, go ahead and kick it off.
You're gonna crush some people's barbecue.
Right. I think what
processes right now.
what makes this whole group good is because we have pros and cons on both sides of here and grabbing the briskets that believe in it and don't believe in it. And I'll let John jump right in.
Obviously, binders, they're not needed, right? You don't need it to make a good brisket or anything else. But yeah, I play with them a lot. And a huge part of why we do it, or why I do it at least, is because I'm trying to get more viewers to listen to the show or watch the show. And so if you post something where you smothered your rack of ribs in mayonnaise, people are like, what the fuck? And they watch the whole thing and they share it. So I mean, it's part of it is I do the social media, so I'm fishing to go viral. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, you put mayonnaise on a steak, I'll say that's good. It's good. I like it.
100%. Adding mayonnaise as a binder for your steak, you cannot go wrong at all. I think, in my opinion, if you're doing the sear first and then pull it off, I think get the temperature and pull it right.
Yeah.
But if you're doing the reverse sear,
And then it's just melting off.
It
all over.
kind
all
of
your
melts
seasoning
off,
falls
right?
off.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work that way, right?
Yeah. Well, I think where people have kind of they go wrong is they put too much mayonnaise on it.
No,
Yeah.
Like it
It's not true.
literally
you
just
can never have too much mayonnaise.
yes, you can. That shit's disgusting.
Let's be real.
Well, for my own purposes, John, I'm a Miracle Whip guy. So if you can do a video for that, so I don't have to,
coming.
and let me know how that goes.
I'm on it.
Right.
First of all,
I'm on
Miracle Whip's on a mayonnaise. It's a salad dressing.
Every-
I don't even know. And I like Miracle Whip, but I
Thank
don't.
you.
I don't.
Every
I-
time you say Miracle Whip, like a Southern person just sheds a tear.
Yeah, right.
Where's the dude?
I
They
do
need to get
love
over
me
it.
some Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip
That's
is
good shit.
delicious.
Miracle
It's
Whip,
good. It is
cracker, and a
delicious.
slice of cheese. Can't go wrong. All day long.
What'd you say? What'd you
I
say?
said Miracle Whip, a slice of cheese, and a cracker can't go wrong.
That sounds like it go wrong really quick.
Yeah.
All day
I'm pretty
long.
sure anything with a cracker now is trademarked by some guy in Louisiana. So we're gonna have to cut that out of the show.
That sounds like you learned that during some hard times, Jan. So
I feel like
It happens.
that's
We've
very.
all been there.
I feel like that's very just drunk food for Jan. When there's nothing left in the pantry, he's going for the Miracle Whip and the cracker and
I do.
cheese. And it's like
Every time. It's
There's
over.
no doubt that he ran out of shredded cheese, the microwave on the chips, in the microwave.
cold
for
cheese.
nachos.
I don't heat it up. It's just cold cheese.
Oof.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
else?
Raging-
So James taught me early on in my barbecue path on mustard binders.
Yep.
Mustard binder on ribs.
I love-
on brisket, everything.
Yeah, I love mustard binder on chicken. You could use it on ribs,
Whatever.
brisket.
Yeah.
It's great.
John, do you
I
agree with
offer that.
this?
You can do it every one, I guess.
What is it
John,
different?
if
There's
it
no
gets
difference.
clicks, John's
Yeah,
for it.
Yeah.
You know,
John will
and
tell
hate
his
views
mother.
are still views. So
Yeah. Talk shit in my comments. I love it.
yeah.
Tom and Bell from the Tomball VFW drink. They say gross.
That could be to the Miracle Whip comment. That may not be the mustard comment.
definitely was to the Miracle Whip comment and hashtag knowledge. Bill Purvis says do a ranch one for him. He wants to see a
is.
ranch binder.
We haven't done
Money.
that.
But honestly, when it comes down to actually getting the, for a competition, we don't
Yeah.
use a binder at all, ever. Yeah. It's just, we don't want anything to
That's
to
not true.
really,
That's
I
not
was
true.
gonna say, man,
We use a little of our spritz action, right?
We use a little duck fat as a binder.
okay.
Oh,
That's not like a trademark secret or anything. I
no,
hope
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
giving
okay.
away.
it is
secrets.
not a trademark.
Give it
Bill
to
Bill
Ah.
Purvis introduced duck fat to the world on
Bill,
episode 3
Yeah.
of Barbecue USA.
That's right.
Uh,
Yeah. I
How
mean, if
many
you're
more episodes was he on? I thought I was only going to watch Bill on one. He's on like 4 of them.
He's a star. Bill is a star on Barbecue USA. He was on episode 3 and 4, and I think you can probably see him on all of them. He's just hiding in the background, just poking his head, doing his thing, spraying duck fat on anything he can find.
There it is.
that's the key to winning.
Yes. Somebody asked, "Are y'all Yankee?"
What
I don't know what that means.
No, we're
the
Texans.
hell you just say?
Are you?
Right. No, we're
God damn
we're
it.
from Texas.
The
I
key when
guess
you put all of that together, that's one of the best comments of the night. Y'all Yankee.
y'all
Y'all
Right.
Yankee. Y'all
question
Yankee.
mark exclamation point.
I was born in Alaska, but I think that's too far north to be Yankee. It's a little.
We're not
too
sure
far.
what that is.
Alaska.
Yeah,
Oh,
it probably is.
man.
Yeah.
That's like Texas. I think I picture
I mean, it
Alaska
is
like
bigger,
Texas.
but
Just
You
cold.
know,
Just
yeah,
cold.
just miserable, cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot.
Manny
We're
says
hot here.
that Hollywood Bill Purvis is his name. Yeah. Bill did well on the show. Have y'all checked out Barbecue USA? Did y'all see any of those episodes?
Yeah, we
Yep, 100%.
caught a couple of them. I know John. I haven't caught them all. We had Fergalicious Barbecue on not too long ago, and I think he was on episode 1 of Barbecue USA. And awesome show, love it. That was one of those deals where I went back when the original Pitmasters came out. It was kind of formatted in that same premise where they went around cook-offs and you got to see behind the scenes of these guys doing cook-offs, and I was like, I ate that shit up. I was like, hell yeah, dude, I love this. And then they went into the Pitmasters of the Myron Mixons and all that, and I was like, oh, this is good, but I really like the drama and the stuff that goes wrong, and then showing the people that win and the excitement that people had. I really miss that, and I think this kind of delivers home with that.
I think the show is excellent. They did a great job of highlighting, what we do week in and week out as a barbecue competition cook. They got in the trailers. They brought back kind of the what we loved about the Barbecue Pitmasters show. They introduced the teams. You got to know a little bit about the competitors, and then you got to see how they did at the award. So it was well done. I'm excited that from what I hear, they're going to continue on. So that's good. And Bill did an amazing job. Fred Robles was on the show. Phil Breeden was on the show. A lot of people that we know that watch this show were on that show. I did not see a Nazi, not Nazi, but I did not see a So Smoking Gooder Show sticker on any of these guys' trailers. Which
no grabbing of the brisket either.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's going on.
What is going on there? We got.
You would think in the 17 episodes that Bill was on that we would have some kind of shout out.
I know,
Right.
100%.
next cook-off we go to, I'm just gonna slap it on the side of his trailer. So.
Every trailer we walk by, just slap a sticker on it.
Right. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the contracts that all our guests signed by being on our show, and I'm going to see. I think they null and voided stuff, and there's probably penalties.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the Case kind of mentioned, y'all kind of mentioned. What is that one guy or gal that y'all got on the show that y'all weren't expecting or agreed to come on the show? And who was that? Who was big get?
When we had Wee Man on, it was kind of like shot in the dark, and he came on, and it was just
Right.
like that was kind of like a surreal moment, you know.
How
Then he
did
came on.
that happen?
I think John saw him.
John
Like,
just works his magic.
yeah,
It's
John
just a
saw
thing.
him like
I
cooking
just do
like
shit and it
fajitas or
happens.
something. Yeah, you saw him cooking
I saw him
fajitas.
cooking something on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sent him a message like, "Hey, you like the barbecue? You want to come on our show?" He's like, "Let's go."
Yeah. And now he's been on twice. So
Right. John just
Wow.
cast a large net,
That's exactly what happens.
and there's whatever he pulls in, he pulls in, and we pulled in a wee man.
Yeah. The first
Have
time we
you
had
been-
Rick O'Toole on the show too. It was
Yeah, Rich O'Toole
Rich
was really
O'Toole,
cool with,
yeah.
with Texas country music. That was a cool. I think one of his go to fame song. He's had a bunch of them, but the one that everybody kind of like remembers is that was it jalapeno?
Marijuana and jalapeno.
Yeah,
are my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
thing.
So
Yeah, we saw him at Kima, and we'd go and see the opening act, and we went to eat dinner. As we're coming out, he's playing right by the stage, and the guy's in the crowd, and he's like, "Play the jalapeno song," and he's literally like, "Guys, 20 minutes. I promise, I'm gonna play the song."
let it go.
Rich is like, I have a set list.
Yeah.
I'll get to it. That we're closing the show.
But-
I did see that. So Bun B has a burger joint that's popping up.
Yeah.
He's done several pop-ups, and I think the next one it's going to be at the city. It's going to be in Houston at the downtown. I guess at the courthouse or whatever it is. And I know Rich O'Toole is going to be there, and I know there's another guy that's going to be there, and they're going to do some performance or whatever. But have you guys heard about Bun B and his burger,
the Trill Burger.
the Trill Burger?
Trill
I think
Burger.
I
actually
did.
have.
I think I did see something online about that, or on social.
Now, what did y'all's take with Rich's main argument in life, which is beans and chili?
he's we love him, but he's just wrong about that. That's
I actually don't mind.
Yeah.
you can have chili.
I
with-
like beans and chili. I think it
that's
tastes
fine.
fine.
That's fine, but you have to say it's chili with beans. You just can't
Yeah.
call it chili if it's got beans in
It's
it.
almost like they're treating it like it's almost like a nut allergy. You have to say chili with nuts, right? And honestly, it's just chili. But for some reason, you're offended. Like you can put a bean in a burrito and it's fine, but you find out it's in chili, and all of a sudden you like,
Yeah.
right? You just
Blast
kill
it,
I'm
man.
with, I'm with you, Jan. I don't care. I mean, it says the guys that put
Whatever.
mayonnaise on barbecue. I don't care that it has chili or beans in a chili. I think I've won a chili contest with beans and chili case
In Texas?
in Texas.
If it's
Wow.
good, it's
Don't
In
make me go
cases in his contest.
Don't make me go get the belt. I have the belt. I still have the belt, and I'm still the reigning champion.
I'm not saying I'm the
There it
reigning
is.
champion. I'm just saying I am a champion. Chili
And
champion
when I did it,
with beans.
I didn't have any beans in my chili, just to be fair.
Yeah, I mean,
but
we
I have
usually-
no issues with it.
We usually kill it in chili. Whenever there's a chili
Yeah.
competition at these
No beans.
cook-offs, we kill it, but no beans.
Yeah,
Keep me
I
quiet,
do-
Bill Purvis.
I do
Obviously,
see that
wasn't
people will make beans and they'll make it and they'll strain the beans out of it and they'll take that would you say the bean au jus, the bean
Can you
stock,
say that? I don't know if you
and
can
then
say
they'll
that.
they'll
can say
put
it
it
if you
in
want.
their
Easy.
chili to where you get a little bit of that bean flavor.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
It's bean juice is the technical term.
Bean juice.
Well,
Yeah.
James doesn't like beans, so
Yeah, he tried to get. He's like being au jus.
Yeah.
Belle Clark says my logo was on her trailer. It is. I just need you to get on a show, Belle, and highlight that thing. That'd be nice.
I don't know if we said Tomball VFW
Yeah,
yet.
Belle's from Tomball VFW. Yeah, there you go.
Well, send us your address. We'll send you a Grab and Brisket sticker too. Get that on
There
your
you go.
trailer.
But
There you go.
If we could go back to who we thought like we felt honored to have on, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the Hall of Fame barbecue people
For sure.
for me. I mean, we had Mark Lambert on, which he is 7-time world champion barbecue. We've had Sunny Moody on, which she hasn't been in barbecue that long, but I mean, what she's done. I mean, I think she won the world steak or whatever it was.
Yeah, SCA championship.
That's right. And then and you go back to like Old Hickory, that having him on,
Hi, Susie.
This guy what's for Old Hickory, the founder of Old Hickory. I can't remember his name. Is
McKnight. David Knight.
Yeah, David Knight. Having David Knight, he's barbecue Hall of Fame. This guy started the whole not really like barbecue game, but
the rotisserie thing. It was his.
Exactly right, and it was all based on his first restaurant that he had gotten. I mean, to me, that is why we never thought we'd ever have this, and each one we get on, we're like, oh my god, I never thought
Good
this
Lord,
would happen.
yeah. You're like, they want
So-
to talk to us? Shit.
I mean, having somebody that's on Super Famous, it's been on TV, it's great, whatever else. But for us in barbecue, having those people on, that was phenomenal
The
for us.
Rodney Scott interview
Rodney
was
Scott.
like
Oh, yeah.
super.
Yeah, James Beard Award winner.
awesome.
I
Right.
gotta watch. I gotta go listen to that. I didn't know y'all had him on. He's
Rodney-
great.
Rodney was awesome. So-
John,
To
who
be clear,
you reached
the
out
most
that you
entertaining part of this is how many people you've named, and you haven't mentioned Rob Arocha, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I know. No. Hold on. See, I love it.
I was just gonna say that was my
Waiting-
favorite guest.
waiting.
So
You're like, man, Hall of Fame cooks and Old
Well,
Hickory pits, and
Yeah.
an hour later we'll still be going down the list and we haven't got to Rob. So I'm pretty
Right.
excited.
We were saving the best for last.
Mhm.
That's right.
I appreciate that,
beat us,
boys.
man.
Oh,
Jesus.
John, who have you reached out to? That hasn't come on that you were, just kind of a stretch. Have you anybody like that?
Oh, for sure. There's been a few people that I'm not
Like
gonna
a name.
Let's throw him under the bus. Right
No,
now.
Yeah, no, let's drive the bus, baby. That's the best thing about this show.
We need names.
I haven't had anybody say no. Okay, I'll put it
I
that way.
mean,
But I
there you
have
go.
not got a yes yet from some people that Tuffy Stones, the Myron Mixons, the what's his name, Matt Pittman. There's a
Matt
few out
Pitt-
there that I would love to get on the show that I just haven't.
Right. Can we
Haven't-
talk about the one that stood us up?
I would rather not.
I did reach out to Pittman. No, we're not a no, just a not a reply.
That's what I got.
That's what
Yeah,
I don't take that as a no. I take that as a try again.
So who stood you? So one of the things, if you're
This is
considering
what-
doing a
real
live
quick,
show-
Real quick, case. This is why my friend Susie likes me. She likes beans.
Hey, there it is, Susie.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Susie's also likes hanging out with the Party of the Year champions, Bullhorn Barbecue.
Amen.
So, when you do a live show, there's a chance that, I don't know, kids got to run to the ER. Things happen, life happens, right? And so if you transition to a live show, when it talks about a guest, is it a little easier not knowing that you're not live and having that person on there? And then is there anybody, you don't have to name names, that you had high hopes and, man, they just started to interview, man, they're a dud. We've had them, by the way.
100%.
We're definitely not going to name names.
Yeah,
but...
we won't name any names, but we definitely have guests where at the end we're like, what the hell? And
What
everybody
was
looks
that?
at me like, John, really? Why did you book that person? I'm like, kiss my ass. You booked somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. No, nobody. So we've never had anybody on the show that was horrible, right? It's just almost like, there's almost like a life that gets stolen from a conversation, right? Like you can have all the energy in the world, but if the other person doesn't just give you anything, it's really kind of hard to have that communication, that dialogue.
It's
So-
there are shows where they're really lively, and there's shows where it's really hard, right? So you try to inflect your personality and stuff, but there's just some people that aren't that way, and you don't realize it until you get them. And I think a live show makes it a little more difficult because they realize they're on camera and whatnot. So it's different. But
this is my first one, to be honest with you. I'm actually I'm loving this, because I can say what I want to say and nobody can delete it. So
that's why I come on here. I'm telling you.
One of the guests that we had on, I could say that it was the most kind of intimidating was Jess Prowse.
The first time or second time?
Both times.
Good shout out, John.
Both times. She's so very knowledgeable about the meat science portion of it. So when you say something that you think you know a little bit about it, she knows like 100% more. So you're like, and then she's like, "What do you mean by that question?" I'm like, I don't. I just want to fall in a hole right now. Shit. What do I mean by this question?
Yeah.
I think you made a good point earlier about cancel culture, and I think as some of these people become bigger brands, they get into big retailers. I think they understand too. When the cameras aren't off, they can shoot the shit and say and hang out with with all of us. But when they understand that how fast things can spread in the world, that they can't just be that person on a camera. And I think that's the other part, that the bigger the name, sometimes the less. Now, we've had some big names come here just flat out, just let it fly. But as some of these, as they become brands, as they get into retailers, I think your comment about cancel culture is the real deal.
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure. Yeah.
And
let it fly too. Like we had Cosmos on here, and he was just a freaking riot, and he just said whatever was on top of his head.
He don't give a shit.
It was funny shit.
I will tell you this. This is what I wish. I wish, like, everybody wants to talk. Everybody that's older that wants to talk shit about cancer culture and had this whatever. Just thank God you didn't have this many cameras in your era. You know what I mean? Because in 1985, you'd have had as many cameras that we have nowadays, and you were broadcasting every single thing that was going on. Can you imagine the cancel culture that would have? You know what I mean? So it's
1985. You were in high school, but I was only 3.
I was 2. So
I was not in high school in '85.
I was entering junior high.
Right. Okay. I was 7. So yeah.
Shut up, Case.
So anyway, AARP, how's it going? Anyway,
do you get the hearing aid pamphlets in the mail?
You have
I get them.
You have no idea how hard that hit home right there.
I love Luby's too. Okay,
I do love Luby's.
Luann
Platter. Let's go. Iced tea. Let's go. That's why Rob is extra careful what he says. Yeah, absolutely. You have to be. Sometimes we have after shows and we don't care. We just don't care. And
they don't get posted.
And we don't post them. Sometimes we don't. I go back and watch.
You should post the after ones.
They are the most entertaining, but they could get some people in trouble, so we just don't post them. We just do them and post them. This kind of feels like an after show. I'm enjoying this very much with you guys. All right, so we talked about the trends. Case, did you have anything else that we're not done yet? I don't think. I feel like
no. Just enjoying the conversation. It's fun. You guys are fun, and no, it's just wild. I think there's a lot of similarities between where you guys are, where Rob and I are, and it's just kind of wild. I think Rob and I said the same thing. I don't know what we thought we were going to be 5 years, and the people we've talked to, there's still times that kind of go, these guys know me, or I'll go to a cook-off and people I just like, I was walking through a cook-off and is that the Gooder guy? And I was like, close enough. I'll take it. Yes, that's me. The entertaining part of the So Smoke Gooder show. Now, one thing though, let's talk about names. Okay, so both of us have some unique names. I was out in California. DCS Grills were out there. Their president of sales, we start talking. He's a KCBS cook. And I said, man, I've got to fly home tomorrow. I love barbecue. We talk barbecue. We do competition barbecue. I said, a buddy and I do a show and a podcast. And he's like, what's the name of it? And I'm like, I'm at an Angels game trying to explain how the name So Smoking Gooder came about. When somebody says, hey, what's the name of the podcast? What's the name of your show? Or, it's, and you're talking to somebody you've never heard of. How does that conversation, and where did that name come from? And how does it still resonate today in your mind? And are you still happy with that name?
To me, it's a Humpty Hump song.
That's exactly where it came from.
100%. So when we were kicking around the idea,
Case is too young for Humpty Hump.
Right.
I
Well,
once got busy in the Burger King bathroom. Continue.
Exactly. So when we were kicking around ideas for the names of the podcast, that was one of the ones that we kind of come up with, and we're like, okay, yeah, we all like really freaking loved it, and we kicked around a couple of more. I think the drawback on the grabbing and the brisket was like obviously we got it off the Digital Underground Humpty Dance song, and all of a sudden we're like, Trump was just like rolling hard. He was doing his thing.
Yeah, the
Grab
whole
'em in
Trump.
the-
Grab
yeah.
him in the whatever. I was like,
You know.
are
Yeah,
people
so I didn't actually get y'all's name from. Now I get the reference.
Yeah.
But I can tell you when the name came out, the timing was a little questionable.
So
I was like, people.
Yeah.
the number one question we get, like, are y'all political?
Yeah.
all the time.
We're
Right.
not.
We're like, nah.
You
this
guys
is
Trump fans?
That's
we're
funny
just
because
like,
I usually explain to people like it has nothing to do with Trump, and then I go into the Humpty Dance thing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't even know who the president is.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen,
Neither
I
does
don't
the president. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Biden doesn't know either, right?
Biden doesn't know either.
No, I'm definitely a Trump fan though, so I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's not why, but
That's not why though.
That's not
no,
what-
no. I immediately, just grabbed him in the brisket. I got it. It was good.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I can see where Case is coming from with the whole Trump grab him in the who. In the
Mhm.
where?
Hoo-ha.
Yeah. So
But China.
boys, this has been fun. I want to do this again. I don't feel like if you guys are good, I think we're still good. Case, I don't know.
I
how
feel
you
like being invited to the bar or the garage.
I'm a little upset. I'm a little not upset, but I'm a little disappointed. We're not in Vegas right now.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, I think Rob will show up with his little light beer, little baby cans.
Right.
I'll drink real beer with you guys, and
something
Let's
light.
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you'll
know,
definitely be
so-
questioning live tomorrow because it'll be
Yeah.
like 3:00 in the morning, and we're like, crap, I gotta go home.
What just happened?
What happened?
We got hit
you
by
know,
baby.
yeah.
We used
I
to
went
have
to
a
college for a long time, guys.
an orange couch in the garage, and it was the most, and it was a couch that was probably built in like the 70s.
Oh, 100%.
And my wife's grandpa had this like handmade custom because he was like 6'4", and it was super high backed and long width, and it was something perfect for him. But I guarantee you that the 5, 6, 7 years that we've had it there, we would tell people not to sit down.
It's called the sleeper.
Do not sit down on that couch.
You can have
because
one beer, sit on the couch.
You will go to
See you
sleep.
tomorrow. Good
So
night.
we
Oh,
end
yeah.
up having to get rid of the couch because people would just stay and sleep. And I was like, all right, well, time to go home. And it'd be like 3, 4 in the morning, and they're just passed out. I'm like, well, okay, I guess you're just living in the garage now. And I would just shut the garage door, and it was like,
And
hey,
now Matt's on the show, so that's awesome, Matt. Congratulations.
Let's be honest, it was Jan.
Yeah.
So Matt is in the neighborhood. Are all y'all in the same neighborhood?
used to be.
Used to be, yeah. I
Okay.
recently moved, but yeah, we were all on the same street except for Jan was
One street
backyard
over.
neighbors.
Right,
Yeah.
John
he
John
lives- yeah, he
moved
lives-
it up like the Jeffersons. He's like, he got up out of here.
Mhm.
But he lives close enough that he comes over on his little moped.
I do. I
whatever
ride
thing,
my
so-
electric bicycle over
Yeah,
here so I can ride it home.
Oh, you're still there. You're still
Not gonna lie, I didn't put him and an electric bicycle together.
I know,
But anyway,
right?
continue.
Yeah. You think the same thing? I
It is
think.
what it is.
Yeah. Hey guys, we definitely appreciate
It was
this, brother.
super awesome. You guys having us on.
Hold up. I did kind of on something. TikTok. You guys are becoming TikTok famous, man. Talk about the TikTok and who started the thing, who introduced it, and we can still go. We're an hour and a half. Let's go to 2 hours because I think this TikTok's gonna pull us
I have to
through.
put my kid to bed. Just throwing it out there.
Go put your
It's
kid to
funny 'cause when we
bed.
first started,
Go
we're
put
like,
your kid
"Is
to
that
I
bed.
actually will probably cut out. I've enjoyed it a ton, guys. Just because I've been out all week long
No
traveling.
worries.
But I did want to come on, and I flew back just to see you guys. Not so much Rob,
Appreciate it.
but to be
Yeah,
on
we
with
can
you
see that.
guys and keep doing your thing. But I truly enjoyed it. So for me, I'm going to go up. I've been in California. I'm going to tell that kid good night. But it's been a pleasure tonight, guys. And I look forward to catching you guys down the road. And maybe I'll get to hang out in the garage. It'll be cool enough one time.
Let's do it.
100%.
You got the
come on
invite.
down to
It's called
Vegas.
Appreciate it,
Vegas.
Case.
It's called
Thanks,
Vegas case.
Everybody, I'll see you in Hutto. Hey, good night, guys. Nice to meet y'all.
All right. Well, Case is checking out. That's fine. Case, thanks for tuning. Thanks for joining us, Case. Appreciate you. And he did come in. He did fly in directly from LA, and then he got delayed and whatnot. Somebody said keep going. All right, we'll keep going. So It was on my notes and link me. Bell wants to link in. All right, I will do that. Bell is our she's from the Tomball VFW, and I'm sure she has some questions for you guys. So we'll keep going, and I will link her in here in just a second. But let's talk about this TikTok thing. Who introduced it? How did it start? You know, I'm on it. I'm just not as versed with it as you guys are. I feel like you guys have figured out kind of where the TikTok thing is, where the the views come from. John, you kind of mentioned it. Hey, let's throw some wild shit out there and let's see what sticks. And so, how'd that happen?
I think when it started, we were like, "Is that Chinese app with the girls who dance on it?" Like that's where we started out. We had no idea anything about TikTok, and then I think it was more like I think John is really who started with it. And it's really John and James are really they're really leading.
We were posting little clips of videos that we had already, we were doing a lot of pictures and stuff on Instagram, but we started posting stuff on Instagram or on TikTok. And at some point I posted that mayonnaise steak, and it's really a shitty video. Like I did not do a very good job on it, but it got, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of views, and it kind of boosted us up to 20 or 30,000 followers. And then from there, like, oh, this might be our, and the whole time it's just been, we're trying to grow there to feed into our podcast. Like we love TikTok. It's super fun, and you grow a little barbecue community and whatnot, but really it's all about feeding it back to the podcast.
Well, how has that evolved? Are y'all still kind of feeding it back to the podcast, or is it kind of its own thing now? Because you guys are very popular. I mean, it's very entertaining. You guys have a great personality, and it's not just you. Or it seems like all of y'all have a personality in it through the Grab 'em in the Brisket podcast. So, is it still kind of like kicking back, or is it kind of like evolving to its own thing?
It probably is evolving a little bit, right?
It definitely is, and we're trying to pump up the other social medias, but TikTok is one of those deals where it's hugely popular right now. I mean, it is what it is. Like people, and more specifically the younger generation, it just gravitated towards it. And I'm sure there's going to be something else that's going to come along to eclipse that, because I think, what was it before, Vine or something like that? And then it went to TikTok, and it'll be something else. But it was something that was like, I think I was like, hey, have you seen this TikTok thing? It's like, it literally, like, we can just start posting videos, and we post one and it popped really big, and we're like, holy crap, maybe this is the social media platform that we need to stick with for a minute. And it went from like, hey, John's like, hey, we got 10,000 followers. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And the next day is like, hey, we got 20,000 followers. And it just like a snowball downhill. And it's like, holy smokes. And me and
smokes. Right. Nobody says that.
No, people say that. People say that.
Still say that.
100%.
I don't even want to say anything.
Why are you boasting my balls?
Yeah. Nobody says holy smokes.
Can you mute him?
It's a Dallas thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, G Willikers. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
All right.
You're not leaving.
I'm turning his mic off now.
Yeah.
So you start getting into it, and I think for me is like, I like watching some of the other TikToks, and there's a lot of like creators out there that are really funny. And so I see some of the stuff out there, and I'm like, okay. And then I try to like twist it to where, can I make this kind of barbecue related? And we'll make kind of a funny video, and then we'll do a barbecue video, and then we'll mix it up with something else, and we'll try to come in.
Look at Bill Purvis right there.
To kind of bounce
professors in the house.
There
we do.
There it is.
That's Bill. Bill's getting a TikTok following himself right there.
He keeps posting those pictures of those briskets and those his first place trophies and stuff. So
yeah, damn first place. I wish I had some first place trophies to post on TikTok.
Where do you get
My
those?
Goodness,
Bill, give us some secrets, man.
Bill, yeah, Bill is he's a TikToker. He's a badass competition cook. He's on Barbecue USA. The guy's killing it right now, and more power to you guys. If you haven't tried that Texas rib grind, shout out to Bill for Texas rib grind. It's awesome. Phenomenal. It's really part of my rib process. I hit a 9th place rib at the San Antonio Rodeo using Texas rib grind, and I've not stopped since. So it's been doing really well. I'm sitting in the top 10 for CBA. So if you guys have not tried the top Texas rib grind from Bill Purvis and Chicken Fried Barbecue, give it a shot. You can find it at Texas. You can find it at the barbecue store in Hempstead. You can find it all over. But for sure, barbecue store in Hempstead, that's Texas rib grind. But yeah, he's killing it, man. He's doing a great job all over social media. We all know about his filter game on Instagram, and he's kind of transitioning that over to TikTok. Put your podcast on our radar. Oh, there you go. Smoking and Toasting is saying that TikTok put y'all's podcast on their radar. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's badass. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So it is fun to see you guys try different things. And I know that not all of it is probably like what y'all would do, but just like we talked about the different binders and the different techniques and the trends. Those trends are a big deal right now. And it is fun to jump on those things and talk about some of the weirdest things y'all have tried already on TikTok.
I think it's the Kool-Aid ribs right now.
Oh, was it ribs?
The grape.
We did the
ribs.
grape wings. I remember those.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I'm talking about the I guess it was the soda. Whatever the
yeah. We did some orange soda ribs and some grape soda ribs, and they were both pretty bad.
Yeah,
terrible.
they're not that good. But we're honest with it. We're honest with it.
Yeah,
we tell you what
sweet.
it is.
It was not good.
It's a weird combination.
Maybe
Don't do it.
And people swore by it. Like we get people in the comments, oh yeah, that's the best thing ever. I'm like, no, it ain't.
Peanut butter brisket. Don't try it. Peanut butter brisket is just downright disgusting.
Peanut butter as a binder is not good.
You can't.
I mean, it'll bind the shit out of it, but
that goes back to what we talked about. Two things that I'm a big supporter of. Two things I like, and I mash them up, and I think they'll be good. But yeah, peanut butter, which I love, brisket, I love. I don't think that'd be good together. No,
don't do it.
You're right.
Imagine that poor judge that has that peanut allergy, not thinking that he's going to get peanut while eating a brisket. Done.
That reminds me of that
Epic
poor
fan.
judge. What was that competition we were at? Where was it you that loaded it up with the freaking spice?
Yeah,
like Satan's anus spice or whatever that was.
That was the Tabasco Scorpion.
That was that Alvin Music Festival
sauce. Yeah.
Somebody said try jelly as a binder. I see Belle is in the green room. She's going to be coming on. She's from the Tomball VFW. I don't know y'all know Belle and Tom Clark or Belle Clark from JC's Good Old Boys.
I don't think so.
No, I think
no,
so.
but I've used apple jelly as a binder on ribs before, and
apple jelly as a binder. I mean, I'm sure stuff would stick to it. That'd be good. Have you ever used peanut butter on bologna sandwich?
No.
Grew up on them. Nope. All right, let's bring her on. Let's get her.
Yeah, that was very that was Burley Boy. What are you doing, man?
Hey, Belle, are you using a phone? Can you turn it sideways? Boom.
This way?
That way.
There it is.
Oh. I don't have anything to like hold my phone. I have to like literally hold it.
What do you? Oh, okay. Get somebody to hold it for you. Don't you have people over there?
I do, but it's rude.
So you need a camera, man.
Hold my phone, and you pointed at me.
Yeah, please hold my phone.
Right.
All right, so Belle is like, when Case is not able to be, when I'm Han Solo, I have a couple people, or like 3 people that I get to call, and Belle's one of them. Belle's been watching the whole show from the Tomball VFW. Drink. Somebody said Belle's in the house.
How y'all doing?
Belle is a competition cook in her own right. She, her and her husband are Tom and Belle from JC's Good Old Boys, and she is right outside the top 10 in chicken in the CBA competition series. So she knows what she's talking about.
I love that.
So Belle, you've been watching. What do you think of these boys?
Yeah, I've been watching, and I'm trying to wonder what's happening with all these brisket binders and all this. I'm trying to understand what's happening with that.
I think what's happening is that it gets views.
No,
I mean, what is the deal with the Miracle Whip and then the mustard and then I mean, come on.
So look for back home barbecue, backyard barbecue. I mean, to grab a French's mustard. By the way, if you're using a different mustard besides French's, there's something wrong. If you're using a French's mustard and you're rubbing down and on some wings or whatever else, it's perfect. It's lovely. It's delicious. And I think that's what we're trying to get.
It's not. It's
not. No, you don't like it.
Hey,
No.
I think we would know. Okay, like, come on.
It's not a good idea, buddy.
Okay. No.
And I'm sorry. Nice to meet y'all.
I think
they said it is a view getter, Belle. You gotta keep that in mind. They're trying to get views.
Right.
I think what it comes down to
I
is
very
people
much enjoy their TikToks. I'm not gonna lie because I think they're
Thank you.
hilarious.
appreciate it.
When
I think-
you literally, because Rob and I had talked, Rob, 2 weeks ago about them being on the show. And so I started looking at their TikToks and I was like, God, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
We are idiots.
I was like, when you pick up a brisket, you're like, I don't think so. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
But you were absolutely right because you're like, oh, that is not good.
Yeah.
Or it was amazing, whichever way it go. But your TikToks are amazing.
Now, what was the one you just did recently where it was obviously satire and like all these people were not catching on to it?
Yeah.
I was like, people, come on, please.
Yeah.
What was that one?
It was just some little super thin New York strip steaks that I call them. I don't remember what I called them, but they were. It's one of those things where you order your groceries.
Call them Texas T-bones, I think.
I did call them. Yeah, I called them Texas T-bones. But I had the what do you call it? The whoever delivers your groceries to your house. I had them deliver steaks, and that was just a stupid idea because that's what they brought me. I did order T-bones, and that's what I got. So I decided to run with it, make a joke of it, and it did pretty good.
Nice. Yeah.
Have y'all ever had Fred Robles on y'all's show?
We hadn't. I think I've reached out to him before,
need
but
to have
we have not had him on yet.
You have not had Fred?
He's a man.
Not yet.
Y'all
Yeah,
need to get Fred.
we've been asking.
Yeah. So it's not for a lack of trying. I think it's just.
Well, he's a busy man.
He is.
I think it just hasn't aligned yet.
Something's going on behind you, Bell. I don't know what's going on there, but
Getting the camera shot there. Yeah. Hey, problem with using binders.
Because we're
I don't
in the
know.
BSW. People are just here. And
right.
because we're so massively supportive of your show.
Thank you.
What happens, buddy?
We should drink.
Wait, is somebody holding the phone now? It looks like somebody might be holding the phone now.
Yes.
There it is.
You got a cameraman.
My daughter-in-law is so sweet.
James, go ahead.
To hold my
No, I was gonna say, so somebody posts a video online YouTube video where they use a binder and they think these binders are going to make their barbecue so much better,
Or their bark.
or
you know
the
what I mean?
bark, or
Right.
whatever
Yeah.
it is, and it's just not the case. It's like, why does my barbecue taste like shit?
I think
It's
that's
probably
an
because you're not
old school
using.
thing.
It is. and
Old school?
you're not using enough seasoning, or you're not using the right seasoning, or you're not using the right method, and these
Or
people
enough
are-
seasoning. That's a
Yeah.
common mistake for cooking. A backyard guy cooks a brisket or anything else. They don't use enough seasoning. That's why their bark didn't develop. They didn't cook it long enough, or maybe they wrapped with tin foil.
It has no flavor.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of reasons why, but I think the binder is something that people can relate to, and I think people in the backyards are always willing to try something different, right?
Yeah.
So
Bill
A lot of
says
times
not
these-
enough rib runs.
And that's true.
not enough.
Yeah.
Bill, you're right.
these proteins, I mean, a lot of times they don't need binders. They're already moist enough, unless you're just drying them off to like you're putting them like in some like
Right. I mean, I guess if you're cooking HEB brisket,
Mhm.
yeah, you probably need a binder.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not even saying like Prime or anything like that because they have good ones. But if you're talking about something you bought out of the store that was on sale from 4th
Yeah.
of July or whatever, then yeah, you would need a binder.
Right.
You
I mean,
add
if you're
something to
pulling them
that.
out of the cryo vac, they're usually got enough moisture that you're fine. But it's when the folks have them sitting in their freezer or their fridge or whatever, and then they go to season it, they're just so dry you can't get anything to stick
Right.
to it. So you got to put.
Hey,
Yeah.
one of the top cooks in all over the country, Bill Purvis. I run a binder on his brisket. Binders are not bad. We're just talking about the outlier ones, like the mustard and not the mustard, but the mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise.
the Miracle Whip. I love Miracle
It's
Whip.
debatable, Rob.
Bell, do you like Miracle Whip?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
hell no.
it Dukes? So I'm a Dukes.
Oh,
fan.
hell no.
No. See, I'm
Sorry.
actually a Hellman's. Hellman's mayonnaise to me is really good, and Dukes is really good.
I was
That's
gonna say, come at me with Dukes. At least
Let's
I
get-
can get down with that.
let's get it.
Man,
Yeah.
best tri-tip I ever made, Duke's
I gotta-
binder.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna blow James's head up a little bit. Is
Yeah.
it just me, or does James have got a radio voice from the heavens?
Oh,
It's like
sweet
a,
Jesus.
You
it's
know,
like
That's
a
why he's-
golden. It's like a
Yeah.
golden glow around him when he speaks.
Greg,
We, we make him
thank
do
you
all
so
the
much.
intros
Yeah.
because that.
You're very small on my phone, so let me look on the TV. Hold on a minute. So yes, James has a face for radio like no other.
It is.
Is
Damn.
that having like
no,
a butter face
I
or
mean,
something
he
like
is
that?
very
Or
good at how he speaks.
Were
I
you
like
were
him.
you reading something or were you just saying something?
right?
They broadcast it to television.
James, do not quit your day job and
So-
join.
Bell,
Yes.
I thought Case was throwing darts, but you just
Yeah.
fucking threw a big ass dart. You just
Yeah.
you threw a yard dart and
You
hit
use
him
that
right in the head.
Well,
You got knife
you
out
know,
of it.
you missed me. So
Are you okay, James?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll survive.
no, he really his.
I actually
voice
got to
is
leave, guys. I'm out of beer.
Oh, jeez.
Y'all
Go
need
get a
to
beer.
come
Go
to
get a
the
beer,
DFW
James.
And we'll
Yeah.
have a
Have
podcast.
to.
Woo!
You threw a yard
No.
dart right at his head.
No,
Bell.
I think
Jesus
he-
left.
he
Now look
sounds
at you,
amazing.
Bell.
He
It's
speaks
okay.
like I like it.
Oh, Bell, you made him leave.
You want us to take some shots of
man.
Bell?
No, he literally had to pee and was like, "I'm going to use this for an excuse."
Don't you feel bad a little bit, Bell? You just made him leave.
No,
She's like, no.
Mm-hmm. I hope he brings
no,
me a beer.
because he literally probably just had to pee
Yeah, he went to go
It's
get a
a-
beer.
and
It's
was
a beer
like, "I'm going
run.
to use
Yeah.
this for an excuse." All
Yeah.
right, I'm
That was a beer run for
Beer
sure.
run. Yeah.
However, because you made him feel so bad, let's reread this. Is it me or does James have a radio voice from the heavens, like a golden glow around him when he speaks?
Who said that?
Greg Minotti, who was
Greg?
a big
See, you think
competition
I was
cook
throwing darts? All right,
with a
Greg.
mustache. The man has a mustache, and he's giving it up for James
Mustasha. Okay. Hey,
in the radio voice. In the
Yeah.
radio voice.
No, I think he sounds
he
good.
does got one.
James has left the building. No, he'll be right back. He'll be right back. Here's a question. What happens if you put a brisket up in a rack similar to a rib holder? Fat side neither up or down. Is that possible? That's a big ass rack, but
Yeah.
I'll let the brisket professor take that one.
Shit, I have no idea, man. I never tried something like that.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Like,
I don't think
why
it-
would you do that?
I don't think it does anything. I
Why
think
would
it
you
just
do that?
I mean,
think-
Matt, you know why you do it?
Huh.
For
You got nothing
views.
better to cook on?
For
Oh, yeah.
views.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
All right. Hey, let's do
Videos
that.
coming.
Yeah, TikTok coming.
Videos coming. Let's put it side by side. It's neither fat
Find it
up or
mayo.
fat down. It's
Yeah,
fat.
find it mayo, hang
side.
it sideways. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Hang it sideways. You never know.
Yeah.
No wrong. We're gonna sing "Happy Birthday" real quick.
Are we singing
Who-
Happy Birthday? Did I just
Who
hear
was
we-
singing?
We're
Who
doing
was
happy
singing
birthday.
"Happy Birthday" to?
Whose birthday is it?
Okay, please hold. We do have a birthday today. That is. No. Oh my God. You know how Tom is. He's just gonna put the speaker, so I can't help it if you hear it. I'm sorry.
All right, whose birthday is it?
It's Miss Nikki's birthday. Woo!
Happy birthday, Miss Nikki.
Thank you. She's just like,
Like,
okay.
all right.
Check 1, 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tomball VFW.
Tom Ball VFW drink.
Happy birthday.
All right, so let's
All
get
right,
through this
everybody get
birthday
right
song.
Let's
Ready,
get
Rob?
through this.
We are 2 hours in. Thankfully, no one's watching at this
All
point.
right.
But
Well, it was lovely. Thank you for having me.
All righty.
all right, Belle. Thank
It's
you,
getting
sweetheart.
Too much. It's getting
All right.
too much. In
It's getting too much. But thank you. That's what you get at the Tom Ball VFW. Drink.
We will. Yes, sir.
I'll send you a text. We're good.
Yes. Thank
All
you
right.
for having me, love.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. All right, there she was. That was fun. That was fun. Poor James. James got
I know.
blasted
I know, right?
Blasted.
Let
by a
him have
yard dart.
Dang.
it. And he only brought one beer back, so
Oh, what the hell was that all
Sorry,
about?
John.
it is what it is. I
I
guess
mean, he brought us some, but you know.
I'm just gonna keep my headphones off so I don't have to hear the hateful comments.
Don't worry. She's
Oh,
gone.
she's gone.
She's
She's
gone.
gone.
She's gone.
She gone. She gone. She gone. Hey, but boys, thank you very much. We are 2 hours in. We're about an hour and 55 minutes in. This was fun. This was great.
It was
We should definitely do this again. And I will send y'all the link if y'all want to share it on y'all's page because I think it was great. I think it was y'all put a lot of insight into how you got started. No one interviews you guys. Y'all are always interviewing other people. So
I love it.
how many times have y'all been interviewed this type of format?
I think it is the second time.
Second
Not like
time?
this.
What was the first?
I
Burley Boy. We did
Yeah,
the
but
Rage and Pillage
this
podcast.
was the first time it actually I mean, not that the flow didn't go whatever else, but this felt for me like one of the first times ever being interviewed. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a lot harder than it is being. I feel it easier on your side versus on this side, to be honest with you.
Right. You got the questions already loaded up. Just like
so.
Well, I had a few, and I asked y'all already, but I did feel like I already knew, knowing you guys a little from what little I do know of you, and being on your show, I knew that this train was going to run itself, so I didn't want to direct it. I just kind of wanted it to go where it went, and so I think it was fun. I think a lot of people got a lot out of it, and they got to know you guys, and you guys are y'all are entertaining, man. You guys are a lot of fun.
Appreciate
The podcast is great. If you guys have not listened to it, they're on all social media for podcasts. Wherever you find your podcast, grab them in the brisket. You can see that sign right behind them. They're on your Facebook page needs some love. So if you guys aren't following them on Facebook, check them out. They'll be posting whatever they're going on in their Instagram. But of course, if you're not following them on TikTok, what are you waiting for? That's where you need to follow them. Grab them in the brisket on TikTok. It's where it's at. It's a lot of fun, man.
And hopefully we get part 2 coming back with the So Smoking Gooder show.
Oh, you know it. It's a done deal. We'll do it. We'll hit it up when y'all get that guy that you've been reaching out to, John. No, but we'll talk. John, let's talk and let's see who, guests we've had, guests that you've had, and let's make sure let's make sure both of our things grow.
100%. Yep, hit me up.
We're getting a lot of great shows. Great show. Bill Purvis, Greg Minotti. Thank you, Corby. Thank you very much. I know Rage and Pillage. He's been around here this first time. Hey, Rage, don't forget, we're here every Wednesday at 8:00. We do these live shows. Thank you for tuning in, man. We appreciate it.
Best. He's great. He has a podcast too. Check him out.
All right, cool. And Fred said, let's do it. I booked one for you, Fred.
Appreciate that, bro.
World champion. American Royal World Champion, CBA president. Lots to talk about with Fred. He's a great guy, man. And he's also a hand model. If you don't know, he's a hand model. So yeah, absolutely. For real. That's true statement. Greg Williamson, great show. Rage and Pillage, great show. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much. Love to come on y'all's show one more time. That'd be fun. That was fun. I had a great time. And so let's do it, guys. Let's not be a stranger. All right. Thank you very much. James, Jan, and Matt. Thank you very much for being on the show. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
All right. There they were, the boys from the Grab 'em in the Brisket. That was a lot of fun for me. I know Case had a lot of fun. He had to go. But what a great show with those guys. I got to know those guys. If you guys are not following them, like I said, you can look them up on all social media at Grab 'em in the Brisket. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. But TikTok is where it's at. And, of course, their podcast is on all podcast formats. You can find them at Grab 'em in the Brisket. That was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was a lot of fun for you guys. All right. That was it. We did the sponsor lineup. And I promise you guys I will have that on a loop. But I thought that was fun how we did the sponsor spots earlier in the show. We also did the upcoming event segment. We did the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap-up recap. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for tonight's show. But before I go, let's get some exit music over here. And shout out to my boy from Aaron, the retro guy. Here's him right here.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron, the retro guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to him, fellas.
Yes, thank you, Aaron. From the you can find him on TikTok every morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Aaron, the retro guy. You can look up retro guy and you'll find him. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. And here is our intro exit music. Here we go. Thank you very much. Shout out to Eureka Heights Brew Company for putting out this amazing beer. Something light. No, there it is. Something light. 3 carbs, 100 calories, 4% alcohol by volume. I know the boys were drinking some heavy beer, but I'm drinking something light. It was good from Eureka Heights Brewery. Shout out to the boys from the Grab 'em in the Brisket. Shout out to Case Hahn, my show partner. Bell Clark came in from the Tomball VFW. Drink. Last weekend's guests were Tim and Jackie Milligan. Thank you very much. We also had Jen Stool and Dan Quinlan from the Danny Deets Memorial Classic. That's where you can find me next weekend. This weekend, I'll probably be in Victoria, and I will have some Texas Original Charcoal Company charcoal with me. So if you see me, hit me up. I got some for you. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you very much. Next week's guest, we're going to have Barry Laminack from the Barry on Deck Show. He is a national touring comedian. He is also a former ESPN radio host. We're also going to have Craig from Texas, or from the Tailgater magazine, talking tailgating. You know, NFL season's up upon us. We'll be talking Texans football. We'll be talking tailgating. And we'll be talking all sports with Barry Laminack and Barry on Deck. All right, that's going to wrap up the show tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys next week, Wednesday. You know where to be, right here, 8 o'clock. The So Smoke Gooder Show. All right, we're out.